Pace guitar repair fans, man, check out this beauty. A Gibson Les Paul Standard, or is it? I don't think it is. You guys, anybody who's been on my YouTube channel knows that this is actually one of my Chinese-made replicas. They refer to them as Chibsons. And you know what, man? These guys, you know, they're doing a pretty damn good job. So what's it here for today? Other than the fact that it's got a cheesy pickup in it here, and a cheesy pickup there, and a whole bunch of cheesy crap there. We're going to put some decent tuners in this guitar and at least make it a little bit more playable. And we're going to be doing a lot of stuff to these, this guitar as well as the other one. So it's time to take a drill to the old headstock because these posts are just a little too skinny. We got to fatten her up a little bit, Hansel and Gretel style. Stick around. We got Bullet Boys on the stereo, ladies and gentlemen, rocking hard as a rock. Now I mentioned in my unboxing video that these tuners are just hideous. They are this, they're the right style tuners for the type of guitar that this is, but they are this hideous booger green. So they've just got to come out. I mean, they're just, terrible. Anyway, they're coming out. Right. Smooth up in ya. Now, one of the things you want to do before you drill out these holes is you got to prep this, man. You just don't want to just drill right into the finish because then all of a sudden, that's no bueno. You're going to crack the finish and then you're going to be need to do a lot more and just put some tuners in there. This is where I have to say you don't want to try this at home. Please leave this to the pros because if you slip, it's all over. It's brand new guitar time. Or loose fitting tuner time, whichever one. One of the things I want to show you about these Chinese guitars, man. Did not realize that, but some of these things are pretty cool, but when you're going to replace the tuning machines and you end up with something like this, where if you look at the top ledge of this machine, doesn't exactly line up the top ledge of that one. They're all just a little bit off, but Ronnie's doing the best he can to make these things look as in line as possible. But that's a risk you take with buying what they call a Chibson. We're going to be replacing this nut. This is terrible. Now I went ahead and got a bone nut that was unbleached, and you may not want to do that. I did that because if you look at the binding and where they actually the binding on the top is white, but if you look at it from the side and even down the body of the guitar, it's aged looking, so I didn't think a white nut would look that great, but the nut that they sent me is pretty much exactly this color, if not a little bit darker. We're taking the pickups out. Oh, we've got the bridge off, taking the switch out and everything else, and we've already dowed the holes. I say we like I had anything to do with it, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting this bad boy on. Well, let's turn it around so it actually says Schaller the right way. What a great bridge, man. They make the best stuff in the world as far as I'm concerned, as far as metal. All right, definitely so check that out. We went ahead and put one side in, but I wanted to leave one side out. Look at that. You can't even really see where we even dowed the guitar to make this bridge fit. So, man, that top, it looks gorgeous in this shot, which is crazy, in this light. So yeah, the bridge will go on no problem. And now instead of having the what do you call it, the flathead screw to adjust the bridge, it's all done with this little, I don't know what they call it, but this little thumb wheel. It is in all its glory. Okay, so we fast forwarded a little bit. We got the bridge on, and let me tell you, that made a huge difference in the tone, just the bridge itself. Got the Dimarzio Super Distortion in cream in the bridge with the new humbucker rings, which, yes, they needed to be replaced. And there is the Dimarzio 36th anniversary PAF neck pickup, also in a new ring. We've taken out the switch, and Ronnie is working on that now. We've also taken out the pots, and what's crazy is there, to focused in, the threading on this particular pot is larger than the hole that they drill in when they use the cheap pots. But like I said, man, Chinese Les Paul, you're gonna get that kind of stuff. We also need to. All right, so Ronnie's in that cavity, man. We are getting pots put in. Of course, this weird-looking wiring harness thing has got to go, but that is what is connected up here, so that we can just connect wires and pull them straight to the body. In true Kiss fashion, man, we had to throw it on the radio. The Ace Frehley style tuners, the cream-colored pickups of the Les Paul. Man, from 1975, it is Kiss Alive. They got that three-way switch in. It looks very cool from the back. And what Ronnie's doing over here is he's taking the wires from up here and getting them all situated for down there so they make contact with the right volume pots. Oh yeah. All right, so we've got the volume pots in, and it looks like the pickups are wired. Now what we're doing is we're putting in the rear controls, which are actually going to be what I've described as graduated coil taps. We'll explain how that works as soon as Ronnie gets done checking it out. All right, so there it is. Ronnie's in the neck position. Like I said, those rear tone controls are now graduated coil taps. So now that's at a center detent. The coil closest to the neck is now half on, and the one behind it is full on. Then if you go all the way to 0, it's just a single coil pickup with the inside coil, which sounds very cool, very sort of Telecaster-y sort of strat sounding. There's a full-blown humbucker all over again. So that's what I mean by graduated coil taps. It's a very cool feature. There it is, man. Beautiful looking from this angle, man. What a gorgeous looking guitar. Switch gears, man. Corrosion of Conformity. Deliverance CD, man. This is a great album. I love this record back in the 90s. So what Ron's doing right now, I'm going to shift this way. He is working on that bone nut. That's what you need. All right, so we've got the bone nut on there. Now it's just time to slot it just a little bit to make sure it's the right height. All right, so this tuning break is brought to you in part by Ernie Ball Strings. That's right, at Pace Guitar Repair, Ernie Ball is the official string of Pace Guitar Repair. We got that bone nut on. It looks great. We're going to get it tuned up, and then Ryan's going to check it out. There it is in all its glory. It seems to play pretty good. Now, one thing that this guitar does need, that Ronnie told me, is that it does need to have the fretboard leveled, which would entail a fret job, and I will be doing that later, and we will be putting stainless steel in this guitar. But for right now, it seems to play pretty good. So, yeah, man, I like this final jam time, man. Dimarzio Super Distortion on the edge, baby. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time.